Can you please assist me with something? Imagine the hand next to you is combined with yours. That hand could be your next friend. That hand could help you fight your fears. That hand could help shape your dreams into reality. And the Boys and Girls Club logo, you will see two hands joined together. Do you see it? The club for some is just a place to hang out and have fun. But for me, the club is filled with my supporters, my friends, my mentors, and my family. My name is Takidra Masters, and in 2017, I lived through the hardest year of my life. I lost my uncle to pancreatic cancer, and my father to the criminal justice system. I was isolated, distant, and grieving. Seeing my mom struggle and stress to provide for us broke my heart. My once 4.0 GPA diminished. My pain turned into anger, and my grief turned into depression. My life now seemed blurry in my 2020 vision. All of life's struggles made it easy for me not to care about anything. But I chose to go above and beyond. For I'm motivated to succeed because failure is not a word in my vocabulary. But the turning point in my life is when my mom signed me up to the Boys and Girls Club. Walking through those blue doors, every member was greeted with love and compassion. The Boys and Girls Club staff were always here to help with open hands. They helped me fight life's obstacles head on. Mr. Corey counseled me like a therapist, listened to me like a friend, and comforted me like a father, understanding that my father wouldn't be able to see me grow up and blossom into the beautiful flower that I am today. Most importantly, they helped me become my most authentic self. The Be There program allowed me to grieve and heal and to understand that it's okay not to be okay. The Smart Girls program taught me that beauty is only skin deep. And my favorite, the Diplomas to Degrees program, which helped fuel my passion to explore historically Black college options so that I could fulfill my vision of being the first in my family to go to college. In a world where I screamed for help in hopes that someone heard me, the Boys and Girls Club did. The club got me to open up physically, mentally, and emotionally, and that's when the change happened. My confidence grew, and I began to express myself. I found my voice. It is for these reasons that I created my program called BFF, or Becoming Future Friends. BFF is a program that provides the foundations for unexpected friendships. It promotes interest in our own individuality, as well as helping us to feel connected to each other. I had a fear that no one would accept me. I didn't need anyone to tell me. I needed someone to show me. And that's exactly what the Boys and Girls Club of Benton Harbor did for me. So now imagine those combined hands. One hand is my Boys and Girls Club family. And I'm prepared to combine my hand with others to make a difference in this world. Because in the long run, we are stronger together, combined as one. Thank you.
Thank you, Takidra. Good afternoon. I am Brian Saxton, Chief Executive Officer of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton Harbor. March 1st seems like years ago. COVID-19 is challenging for everyone. For the young people of our community, these past 2 months have been traumatic. With 40 years of successfully leading business turnarounds, right now is the most challenging and rewarding time of my career. I thought I'd seen it all until COVID-19 created too many new normals and an uncertain future. Leading a team that does whatever it takes to meet the sudden, constantly changing needs of our club members and their families is my new personal challenge. The club is, in a new way, open to perform our mission serving kids. Buildings are closed, but our team is at it every day, maintaining caring adult relationships, successfully connecting with kids, completing courses to improve their professional youth development skills, and learning how to deliver virtual distance programs in new creative ways. I couldn't be prouder of our team. The pandemic highlights just how vital the club is. Since schools closed, members are isolated and craving the social structure both school and the club normally provide to achieve our academic success, character and leadership, and healthy lifestyle outcomes. Our mission continues despite the obstacles we face. Overcoming challenges is what we do. Throughout the pandemic, during the expected rollout the next few months to resume operations, and when it's all back to normal, the club will be here for all kids. Our healthy lifestyle focus gives members the skills they need to cope with and resolve the trauma they too often face. Our young people depend on caring relationships with instructors to cope with problems and navigate their feelings. Never has the social emotional well-being of our young people been so critical. We get exceptional results having face-to-face conversations and interactions. Yet today, we're learning how to maintain meaningful connections with kids and parents from afar. Instructors are actively engaged with 313 members, communicating and dealing with issues as serious as suicide, homelessness, and depression. We spend over half our program time focused on academic success. When schools closed, our mission to encourage and support learning didn't stop. We needed new ways to overcome the struggles of homeschooling and helping teachers reach students no longer in the classroom. Our teams got to work, creating educational activity packets, delivering distant learning, and planning a summer academic enrichment program to stem a 6-month learning loss. Since March, more than 1,500 activity packets have been distributed to any child or teen in the local community, regardless if they are club members or not. Character and leadership development are fundamental expectations of our club members. Character may be tough to assess, but you know it when you see it. 2 young men, now high school seniors and junior staff instructors, haven't taken any time off. They asked to be included on the schedule to distribute grab-and-go meals served every afternoon at the clubs. These 2 aren't sitting back. They're leaders with serious responsibility to talk with younger members and act as role models. Their time is certainly constructive as they are part of the team distributing 6,700 meals in all those activity packets since mid-March. We could not do all this without the support of our Guardian Club members who make a 5-year pledge that helps sustainably plan and fund the future of the club. Thank you to you all. When we do open buildings, there are plans to overcome the isolation kids face by providing structure, much needed social emotional support, and nutritious meals. We will add academic enrichment activities, and because we believe virtual learning is going to be with us long after this virus, continue increasing our capability to present distant learning with members anytime, anywhere. We're also committed to our long-term strategy of doubling our daily attendance by continuously improving program quality and opening more sites. I do worry about how we accomplish this. This abrupt economic decline reduces our revenue, affecting cash flow this year and next. It's becoming evident our kids will need some time to recover, the club will need time to learn how to adapt to their new needs, and costs will increase to assure everyone's health and safety. The club is looking to the future, uncertain as it may be. We will adapt, learn, and grow to better fulfill our mission. We are better, stronger for the experience we're gaining. I invite you to join us helping our kids achieve their fullest potential. Together, we can help give each of our young people a great future, whatever it takes. Now, let's share a few stories about the impact the club is making as we await better times.
Good afternoon. I am Deputy Williams of the Barron County Sheriff Department. I am the full-time resource officer for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton Harbor. These are desperate times for so many people, but for our club kids, their struggles did not start with the COVID-19 pandemic. This crisis magnified problems they were already facing. The story I'm sharing with you would have had a much more tragic outcome without the club. To respect their privacy, we're going to refer to these club members as Jane and Joe. Last year, 16-year-old Jane was sexually assaulted by a man close to her family. For many months, Jane, her boyfriend Joe, and her family have been going through court proceedings and have been coping with the stress, fear, and uncertainty that goes along with it, not to mention the whirlwind of emotions surrounding the assault itself. Jane is depressed and expressed thoughts of suicide. Joe is doing his very best as a young person to support her. As members at the Boys and Girls Club, both Jane and Joe have sought support from staff members, including me. We know club members face such dire situations more often than young people their age. And having club support is critical. During this pandemic, the club has a constant presence on social media, connecting to kids and letting them know that someone is always there to provide support. One night in early April, that communication saved a life. Joe reached out to me by text message. He said, "I'm having a problem and I wanted to talk to someone I know and trust. Would you please call me?" Because of our relationship at the club, I knew the very difficult situation Joe and his girlfriend were facing. I called him right away. He told me he had talked with Jane for several hours and was very concerned for her safety. She asked questions about taking pills and spoke about suicide. He said, "I just don't know what to do." I could hear the genuine fear in his voice. I contacted Benton Harbor Public Safety, and an officer arrived at Jane's house within minutes. While officers spoke with Jane and her mom, Jane just broke down. She asked for help. I was on duty at the time and I wasn't close to the house, but I knew I needed to be there. After I arrived at Jane's house, I spoke to Jane and her mother. It was clear Jane was reaching out for help. The officers escorted Jane and her mom to the hospital to get the help she needed. After a sleepless night, I followed up on Jane the next day, and I'm happy to report she is now involved with the right counseling services and getting the help she needs. And our teen center is staying in touch with Joe to make sure he's getting the support he needs too. Having that online presence let club members know we're still here for them. That relationship we work so hard to build, that trust, is still there, even if our buildings are not open. I believe that relationship saved a young girl's life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is William and I have been a member of the Boys and Girls Club for 6 years, and I'm only 13. When I first joined, the only person I knew was my cousin, but it only took one day to make more friends here. That's just how it is at the club. I was doing really great until 6th grade. That's when things started to get hard. There were bullies at my school. They decided to target me. They would say mean things about me and try to start fights. One of the bullies who wanted my money even punched me. At first, I didn't want to tell anyone. I was scared, hurt, and angry. I started doing bad in school. It was hard to do my best when I was worried all the time. Staff members at the club were noticing that I was mad or sad a lot of the time. I started talking about what was happening at school and started attending the Be There program. I feel supported at the Boys and Girls Club. Programs like Be There help me learn and talk about my anger. Even staff members tell stories of how they've been bullied. I look up to the staff members and I would love to work here when I am older. Once I got better control over my anger and learned how to deal with the bullies, my schoolwork started to get better. In my last semester before we got out of school, I had all A's and made the principal's list. I worked really hard, so I was sad when school closed. I wanted to make sure I kept my grades up and started 8th grade the right way. That is why I was so excited when I found out the club was offering activity packets that I could work on every day. During the day when the club is handing out meals, they are also handing out packets with learning activities that kids can do. Since I can't be in school and I can't be at the club with my friends, I am so glad to have something to do that keeps me focused and is helping me get ready for when school starts back up. And it makes me very proud to hand in the completed packets back into the school need. I want you all to know that the Boys and Girls Club is a great place for kids so they don't get in trouble, they get the help they need, and they learn a lot about themselves. I can't wait for the club to open back up, but until it does, I'll keep working on my packets. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi, everyone. My name is Latoya Turner, and I'm the Parent Outreach Coordinator here at the Boys and Girls Club of Benton Harbor. Born and raised in Benton Harbor, I've always known of all the things the club has to offer. What I didn't know was how I would have the chance to be a part of that with my son, because most importantly, I am a mom. My son, Eric, is a senior this year, and like so many students across the country, he is missing out on so many of those last opportunities in high school. But thanks to the club, he also has so many new opportunities. In my position, I've seen so many families struggling due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I've seen those who are looking for a small sign of hope to help them through this crisis. As a member of the team of the Boys and Girls Club, I am proud to be able to connect those families with the resources they need. We are making lives better every day, and even more, I am proud that my son has the opportunity to be a part of that.
Hi, my name is Eric, and I am an 18-year-old senior, and I attend Benton Harbor High School. I have been a member of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton Harbor since I was 6 years old. Before coming to the club, I was very shy growing up. As an only child, I was around other kids after school, and it was hard for me to talk in public. I just wanted to be a leader, I just didn't know how to. That changed for me when I joined the Boys and Girls Club. I was given the chance to make friends and join fun programs like the First Tee, Passport to Manhood, Friday basketball leagues, and flag football. Mentors at the club like Mr. Freddie, Mr. Lige, and Mr. Bryce saw my potential and helped me grow to a leader that I always was. When it comes to school, I am an overthinker. The Power Hour study program at the Boys and Girls Club helped me tremendously. I learned the studying skills that work best for me, and it gave me more time to focus on classwork outside school. I can proudly say that now, as a senior, I am ranked 4th in my class with all A's, over a 4.0 GPA, and a full academic scholarship to Albion College. For so long, I have looked forward for all the fun things that come with being a senior. Because of this pandemic, we don't know if our senior class will have the chance to do any of those things. When school closed down, there were so many questions. Would we go back? Will we be able to graduate? Will we fall behind? What's going to happen to the club? Will we still get the support we need? All those questions haven't been answered yet. There is still a lot of confusion and fear. But one thing I know for sure, the club is going to be there to help me and everyone else. For the past 3 years, I have had a chance to work as a junior staff member for the Boys and Girls Club, mentoring younger members at the youth campus. Through my work, I have been able to give the youth the same things I got when I first came to the club, the opportunity to grow. When the club started a grab-and-go meal program after school shut down, I volunteered to hand out meals. Just a small chance to do something positive during a time where things are so hard for so many people. The chance to help someone else. It has meant the world to me. To me, the Boys and Girls Club is like home. And I know it feels the same way for the kids I work with too, as well. When they say, whatever it takes, they mean it. Thank you.